On this week's KSP News Show. Planning for the 1.2 update begins and an update on the console versions of KSP. And Harvester, lead developer of Kerbal Space Program, steps down after 5.5 years in charge. All that and more on this week's New Look KSP News Show. Reporting live from the Kerbal Space Center, it's your host, Jinli Kerman. Good morning, evening and afternoon, my fellow Kerbonauts. My name is Jinli Kerman. Welcome back to this New Look KSP News Show. I know everything's a lot different, and under any other circumstances I would be spending a significant portion of this episode explaining what's new, all about the awesome studio that Veos has very kindly made me, which looks absolutely amazing. It's insane. Usually I'd be showing you all the new camera angles and of course the new graphics and stuff that I have with the power of Adobe Premiere and After Effects that I now have available to me. But unfortunately, we do have some really rather sad news to bring to you today, which of course I gave you in the second part of the intro today, and that is that of course Harvester, the lead developer of Kerbal Space Program, is stepping down after leading the project since its inception. On a statement posted on the KSP dev blog this week, Harvester says, "Hi, there is no good way to ease news like this, so here it is. I'm stepping down as lead developer of Kerbal Space Program. For the last 5.5 years, I put all my work, my thoughts, and my time into Kerbal Space Program. I've watched it grow from this little, unassuming idea for a 2D game in which you put together rocket parts to see how high you could get, into a complete spaceflight simulator, a space agency tycoon, a planetarium of truly astronomical scale, a home for little green men and their space program, a Kerbal Space Program. KSP has become far more than the game I imagined half a decade ago. When we first set out to take on this project, I could not have expected anything even remotely close to what it ended up becoming. To say KSP surpassed my every expectation would be, at best, a colossal understatement. There was a time, years ago, when any single design decision of mine had the power to drastically change the direction of the project. There was a danger that by even moving ahead on development of one area instead of another, the entire feel of the game, the intent it carried, could be morphed into something else. There was a fine line we needed to stay on, lest we let the project slip and become something other than what we intended. That is no longer the case, and that is a very good thing. It means that conceptually, the game is complete. This isn't to say KSP's development is complete, however. Far from it. Plans for KSP reach far into the future, and there are enough ideas to keep us going for years. The console versions are coming up, and there are new updates in development. The list goes on. For myself, however, I desperately need to have something new, to create more than one game in my life. I need to make one thing perfectly clear. Development of KSP will continue as always. No features, upgrades, bug fixes, or anything of the sort are being discontinued because of my leaving. This I say with absolute confidence, because I have complete trust in every member of the KSP team, and I know they are fully capable of handling anything that comes their way. The KSP team deserves more praise than I can give them. This is a band of outstanding people, all brilliant and excellent at what they do, never tiring, never doing anything less than their best. I'm very proud of what we have accomplished together. It's something that I'll carry with me forever. I also know, beyond any question, that KSP would not have become what it is without every single one of them. I am forever grateful and in awe of the work they put in. And of course, I must give all my thanks to the founders of Squad, Ezequiel and Adrian, who took this wild leap of faith with me, putting their unconditional trust in me without ever requiring any fail-safes or guarantees of success. We all know games are notoriously risky propositions at the best of times, and they nonetheless extended their full support to me at a time when none could tell what lay ahead. Lastly, but certainly not least, I have to thank every single one of you, the community, our players, Kerbalnauts, space enthusiasts, reckless rocket engineers, our friends. All of you who, like us, believed in our weird little game and supported it throughout the years with your ever-inspired ideas, your unparalleled willingness to help, your relentless honesty and unfailing loyalty. I cannot thank you enough for all of it, and I can only one day hope I am so lucky to see you again in whatever comes next. This isn't goodbye, just farewell for now. In the meantime, however, I hope you all enjoyed playing KSP as much as I enjoyed being part of its making. Signing off, Philippe, aka Harvester. Now, you guys know that after I usually read a statement from the dev blog or something, I usually give some kind of breakdown, my thoughts on the story personally, but really, there is no thoughts to put here. This is obviously just really, really sad news with regards to Kerbal Space Program. I mean, Philippe is the person that actually came up with the idea for Kerbal Space Program, so this is as significant for Kerbal Space Program as it was when Notch left the Minecraft development team a couple of years ago. And so, obviously this is really, really sad news, but Philippe needs something new. Harvester needs something new. He needs to go work on. We all need a change in life. We all need to try something fresh every now and then. Otherwise, the same monotonous routine can become. It can become maddening, basically. It can make you not sound of mind. So I fully understand why Philippe has decided to take this decision. And although it is sad news for Kerbal Space Program, we have just got to look forward to the future now. And I'm sure that you'll all join me in the comments down below in wishing Harvester the very, very best in life and his future projects, because, well, he deserves it, frankly. He is a very, very capable game developer. Thank you, Philippe, for this amazing game. And speaking of the future of Kerbal Space Program, we have a few details on the dev blog with regards to the console versions and the planning of 1.2 that I'd like to talk about just really quickly, because they aren't really substantial, but they're information and I wanted to talk about them. So in last week's dev notes it said, next on the list is planning for update 1.2. This update will most likely contain a minor update of the Unity game engine, which should fix various outstanding issues, more updates to the wheels, the implementation of some already announced features which didn't make the 1.1 patch, and various further items we're looking into. We're currently making an inventory of the most promising discussions from the community and seeing what we can bring to the game. Finally, work is progressing nicely on the console versions of Kerbal Space Program. Hopefully we can share good news on that very soon, trademark. So it appears to me that Squad are trying to listen to the community and see which topics, which features to add into the game are going to be the most prominent and most wanted for the 1.2 update. So if there is a particular feature that you have suggested in the comments of one of these videos, or that you've perhaps just thought of yourself that you'd love to see in Kerbal Space Program, see if you can find us some discussions on the forums or on Reddit, for example, about it. See if you can find any videos related to it and make some noise about it. Make some noise trying to bring it to the forefront, because, well, you might just get listened to. There might be a lot of other people who feel the same way, and you may have your feature implemented into the game if you make enough noise about it, obviously. As for the console versions of KSP, this is very, very promising news. I know I've been saying for the last, 6 months since the console, or even a year now since the console versions of KSP were announced that, the release date's gonna be soon, and especially when it passed certification testing a while back now, I was certain that the release date was going to be very, very close by, but turns out I was wrong. But hopefully, this time, this announcement will finally prove me right. I hope so anyway, otherwise I'm going to look like a complete idiot again on this show, not for the first time, but hopefully this time this is different, and this is going to mean that when this news does drop, the console versions are going to be announced for real this time and have a solid release date. But yeah guys, that's pretty much going to round it off for this new look episode of the KSP News Show. I apologise in advance if post-rendering there are a couple of issues, like some syncing issues with the music or some other unforeseen issue that I haven't seen yet. I'm still trying to get to grips with this new template, and I'm trying to figure out the whole After Effects thing because I'm a complete noob to it. I designed this ticker bar in about 3 hours. It took me years for the intro and everything. And so please just stick with me here while I try and figure all these issues out, because hopefully in a few episodes time I'll have everything ironed out and tickety-boo ready to go so that I can start bringing you regular news once again like I used to. And damn, it feels good to be back on your screens. So as always guys, remember to leave your opinions and comments down below, remember to like and subscribe for more awesome content in the future, and give me some suggestions as to what graphics you'd like to see on the screen in future, because I do want to add some like fake Kerbal stocks and stuff at the top. But until next time, this is Jinly Kerman signing off, and as always, stay classy, and my god, does it feel good to say that again.